Okay, Team Clark here. This is my second attempt at a video today. I messed the first one up. Anyway, as you can see, the intake is off of Sassy. And I've been telling y'all for a while that I was going to change the intake. Well, today's the day. We're going to change this intake out. I've already got the old one off, and I am cleaning the gasket material off of the heads, and hopefully in the next hour or so, I'll be putting the new intake on. But anyway, I want to show you guys one of the reasons why I'm taking the old intake off. The old intake is a good intake. Nothing wrong with this intake. Could clean it up, put it back on the car, it'd be fine. But the reason I'm changing it is, see that little square hole right there? Well, that is a heat passage, or water passage you might say, that's supposed to keep the intake cool. Well, evidently, from what people have told me, some people, that right there will heat a carburetor up, and it will cause the gas to evaporate. May be my problem, may not be my problem, but that's all I've got left to change on the car to try to figure this thing out, because it will, the gas will evaporate if it gets hot enough. And like in parades and stuff, it's not that it runs hot, it's just that the carburetor and fuel gets hot. And so this intake is what's going on there. And this intake, see if I can pick it up without making a mess, has no water passage. Alright. Well, as I said, some people say it'll make it run hot. Some people say it won't. Some people say that that's why the fuel boils in the carburetor. Some people say it has nothing to do with it. So, I guess you can call this an experiment on my part to see if the intake makes a difference this summer. But anyway, I kind of like this design on this intake better. It's an air gap intake. Had one of these on my 55. Done real well. Had no problems with it. So we're going to put it on there and see how it goes. And it'll probably take me a couple more days to get everything, because I'm not very fast at anything. I don't get in a hurry. You can ask anybody that knows me. I don't get in a hurry for nothing. There's my work table with all my stuff I've got thrown on it. As you can see, I pull every tool in the shop out just to do one little project. And anyway, but that's what's going on right now. And we're going to get this thing cleaned up and get that intake back on here in just a little while. Probably a few more days before I get her back running. This car does not get drove a lot in the wintertime. On occasion, I'll take it out to one of our little cruise-ins we have, one of our little winter cruise-ins, but most of the time, she stays in the garage till spring. Other than when she went to the World of Wheels, 2 weeks ago, during all the bad weather and the snow, yeah, she was downtown at the show. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know that's where she was for a whole weekend. But thankfully, the weather cleared up on Sunday evening, and we got her home without being dirty. As you can see, she's still as clean as she was at the show. So it all turned out really good. But anyway, just a little thing to... I'm just going to go back over something real quick. I had a 56 Bel Air when I was 15-year-old. And the story behind that is, it was my first car. My dad's best friend, and his name was Charles. I can't remember his last name. That's a shame, because he gave me my first car. We were at his house one day, and late one evening, it was cold outside, and we were in his house living room, and I think I was standing in front of his fireplace or heater, whatever it was at the time. Anyway, him and my dad was talking, and I reckon we got on the subject of cars or something. Anyway, he asked me if I had a car yet. And I told him, no, sir, I didn't. He said, well, how old are you? And I told him I was fixing to be 16 in a few months. And he said, hold on a minute. So he gets up, goes back to the house, and comes back and hands me a title and a set of keys. He said, you've got a car now. And I was just like, wow, you know. For a 15-year-old to acquire something like that, you know, to be gave to him. You know, most of us had to work for our first cars, or either our parents bought them for us, which in my case, for my kids, I bought their first cars for them with the note that they were going to, I told them, you know, that y'all have to keep them up, but I'll buy them for you. So they both had jobs and they kept their cars up. So worked out really well. But anyway, my first car was gave to me, and really, really missed that car. Didn't miss it till a few years down the road. I sold it really cheap. A guy didn't even want the title, so I'm thinking the guy probably wanted it for parts. I think he did mention to my dad that he had wrecked his and he needed the front clip off of that car to put on his car. So I'm pretty sure my car's gone today. The one that my first car's probably gone. Ain't nothing left of it. But anyhow, that's why I have a love for 56s. And because it's memories of me and my dad working on the car and driving it and, you know, just having fun with it, building it. It was a summer project for me and Dad. The car didn't need anything really but a motor and transmission. I mean, the transmission was there. The motor had got messed up. But Charles's grandpa had bought that car brand new. It was a one owner, so to speak, because it came to me out of his grandfather's name to me. His grandfather had left it to him, but he basically never did anything with it. But he wanted me to have it, so me and Dad built that car, and I drove it. I drove it to my very first job that I ever had. I did a lot of things with that little car. Well, little car, it wasn't a little car, but anyway, enjoyed that car. And that's why I've got another one today. I wanted my last car that I built to be the car that I started out with. So, and I couldn't find that car. I did try. But anyway, I got to get off of here. There's my heater. It's on. It's a little cold outside. I'm going to turn it off. There we go. It heats, you know, I use it to heat my garage up. I've got my ceiling heater, electric heater on the ceiling, and it does good until it gets really cold. Then I have to bring out the big boy. And I'm going to tell you, this thing right here, it will heat up anything. It'll run you out of here if you let it run long enough. But anyhow, I'm rambling on again. It's been a process with this car, and me and my wife's worked on it. We've made memories together with this car, and when I'm done with this car, my daughter's going to get it, because I gave my son a 49 Chevrolet that we had for many, many years. It's been in our family 30 plus years, and now he owns it. And but it's sitting in his garage at his house, and when he decides to, you know, get it out and do something with it, then maybe he will. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. And I appreciate all you guys subscribing, watching my videos. Thank you for all you do. Live's coming in. And remember to subscribe to my channel. And I'll let you go for now. And we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.